number 3 facing match point, needing to reverse sweep.
And you can see it already as they're doing.
Getting
Here
some
it comes.
Bronx cheers from the audience. There's the confirmation. Everybody knows it. Griffin is saying, let's do it better. And if they did it better, remember, they made a lot of good moves. Then there's a chance they could close it. But we noticed some mistakes.
He's doing it. Khan locks in the Riven, or theoretically the J4. Got to wait until 20 seconds to go. But this is the Sword versus Khan matchup.
And Khan was able to solo kill Sword's Urgot the time these two teams faced. And remember, we have seen Sword play the Riven side of this game.
Eventually maybe look to make a dive.
Well, it might be
Clid's
Clid who comes in first, exactly right. Gets the flash knockoff, and Viper should be going down. Lahens just has to watch as the Taliyah bites the dust. 2.5 minutes.
And you read the same thing that SKT did. They look at the start from Griffin. They see the attempt to slow it down as the jungle's going to take his time to path there. We saw that in game 1. We've seen that all season from Griffin. SKT read it. Level 2 Jarvan needs no introduction. And now that plan's out the window.
Yeah, now the Taliyah Pantheon lane is in shambles. It's not supposed to have Taliyah die this early. She's not getting her support item stacked. She falls so far behind. This is the #1 kill lane that Griffin's trying to get going.
Well, a small piece of good news, as the nice news ring true. No summoner was used.
Yeah.
And if a summoner was, if Taliyah flashes here, then I agree with you. It's kind of done and dusted, and we're thinking about what we're having for dinner. Spoilers.
They really want to force the agenda.
Yep, you can see Clid, he's still here. Okay, that's a stun, just wants to get the aftershock, but the stun comes in. Martin had landed that one, as Tarzan may have to flash to get out of this. Does so after the repel, but no one's dead. So I guess that's okay for Griffin, but they have to use so much.
I like how you didn't make this so obvious League of Legends MOBA reference.
No. You can't do that. You can't be speaking up your own game. True Shot Barrage flies forward. Tarzan takes a hell of a lot of damage as the W's procced. He's not going to die just yet. He's just sent home. About MMOs and things like that. As Tarzan and Clid are once again going to find one another. That is great reaction time there from Tarzan, who wants to get the cocoon off. Lands it, but that's on a minion. It's not what you want, and that's the second kill for SKT. The flash from Lahens wants to kill under Clid. He does so much damn damage, but just not enough. 100 health gets Clid out of there.
And this just has to mentally...
Hey, but this hasn't happened yet. Right, Worldender does come out on the top side of the map as Khan hasn't used his yet. They're trying to fight this one out. Sword should be able to get there. Wind Slash comes in, but it's not late enough. Look at that health bar, gets himself the shield. Not enough! Sword gets the 1v1 solo kill.
And I mean, that's a really key solo kill right now for Griffin. They needed
something to only keep them in the conversation, but at least the conversation isn't over at the 10-minute mark of game number 3.
We take a look at this replay, and you can see that Khan's handshaking something he can't win, which is very uncharacteristic of him.
He's trying to wait out Worldender and gets the calculation off, and then by the end he can't escape, so he's dead. But all we can say is, all the information was present, he misplays it. A rare, nice moment. It's nice to hear some clear comms. They're definitely not.
Whoa, okay, Clid. He's going to turn up. Chovy gets in here, wants to find an ultimate position, throws it out, doesn't land it onto Clid, but there's the Dark. We've got the man drop. Lahens doesn't land the damage, but Clid has nowhere to go, and Faker can't affect anything now. This might be the Griffin turnaround.
Right now, Griffin
means you can't play the lanes the same way.
Well, that's going to be the knockup. That's going to be the stun. There's so much CC, but the seismic shove isn't enough. Aftershock is there for Faker, remember, and they turn it completely on its head. Sword is doing a lot of damage. Clid has to flash to get out. Worldender probably not going to be enough here to save Sword's life. Gets the flash. Umbral Dash gets him out of there. Flash forward from Faker, though. Avoids and destroys as SKT turn it around.
Classic Faker eyes. They make the turn. They read Griffin. And this might be the straw that finally breaks the backs of Griffin.
Yeah, well, Tarzan getting it turned around on him as well. The stopwatch is there. They've got such low health bars. Great flash from Tarzan. He was mashing hard enough. as SKT, they get out of there with Realm Warp, and they get themselves into the Dragon Pit.
Teddy's thinking to himself, haha, great job, guys. Top lane empty. Is just idly sitting up there, chipping away at the turret.
He's got
thinking about
he's
Jin
like,
Air
I've got a
days.
global ultimate, guys. It's
How
okay.
far he's
Just
come.
make sure you fight them in a specific area. As Lahens turns up and says, this is my area, immediate cleanse. But the Ignite comes in afterwards. Aftershock Brock solo kill for the Pantheon. Is this my solo queue? What's happening?
We're not going to lose the game over 100 gold. You don't have to fight if you don't want to.
Well, Khan, he's going to start a fight here, but just immediately gets evaporated. Clint now tries to get out, locks himself in with the Cataclysm, and it's Teddy here with the damage. The Silas is going to fall. The Black Sword from Lahens gets a double on this Pantheon. Teddy turns it, gets himself the stun. Knockup comes in, and that's another one. Viper finally getting in amongst this fight. There's another one going in the mid lane, though, and Sword gets rid of Faker. Viper now trying to get out as Teddy is turning it now. It's his turn to carry. Gets another one. Sword, can he get the 1v1? And I think the answer is no. That is 4 for 4.
And even though SKT conspire to make that so competitive with Khan offering himself as a sacrifice, Teddy's still too strong, too early. The teleport comes in. Sword, where you going, mate?
Yep, I don't know. Khan is going to be here. Umbral Dash going to be available. This is really
He's role-playing a wall.
sneaky. Oh my God! He does it! You could not have timed that better.
And he managed to get away. That was so well played.
I want
by
the sword cam again. I want
Yeah.
another one of those cheeky grins.
Series can be turned by moments. The fact that they went competitive and Sword gets out is a moment. Is it going to be a forgettable one or a memorable one? We'll wait and see. I know, I saw you throwing up your hands, unless Khan just straight up died.
Yes, Khan was just running into them needlessly, and this was the dangerous thing I was talking about. SK Telecom don't need to handshake this team fight. This is what Griffin wants. This is where they flourish at this point in the game. With Khan deleted, Teddy had to be a hero. He ended up missing one Mystic shot, but after that, Viper dodges one more, but Teddy still shows up really big to salvage the remains of this team fight. Sword not quite able to clip him right at the very end there. And then the teleport came in shortly thereafter.
It's looking over both sides of this fight. It's really important that Sword's ult negated how strong Faker was as a frontliner that just turns around damage and kills you with Aftershock proc. It's important that Sword got this solo kill because it primed.
Well, Tarzan's going to try and make this a 50-50. Sword diving on forward. There's the man drop. Weaver's wall. All of the buttons are being pressed. Sword going down to the world end of the AoE's finally getting in there. Lahens not doing enough damage, and Khan says the last fight was an illusion. This is a double kill, make it a triple as Toby tries to get out and just finds the backhand of an Ezreal.
And maybe 2018's an illusion because SK Telecom T1, they're on a rampage to close out this series and go to MSI.
And they're swimming right up the river to this Baron.
They're charging right towards the Baron, and Griffin are going to have to watch with a gray screen as it goes over to SK Telecom. Teamfight breaks out. Doesn't matter if the Avengers are here or not. SK Telecom's team composition is too durable, too tanky, and Griffin are too slow to the fight. As surprising as that is, Kobe's helping, not helping enough.
Teddy wasn't there to start the fight, so Griffin says, well, we got rid of the guy who ruined us last time. Let's just try and fight without him. They still lose.
That was an absolute massacre. After Khan was honestly just a free kill in the last team fight that was still even. And then there's the man on your screen screaming
from Griffin because it hasn't been a competitive series. Game 1 was a lot of fun. It was a really good performance
that
from
was a
both
good
sides.
series.
But now the next two, forgettable.
Well, Griffin is still going to try and find it here. Mandrop comes down. Repel is up. Lahens finds the flash, jumps onto Teddy, but Teddy's out of there. Can he create enough distance as Chovy has locked down Mana, but is it actually going to be enough?
Well,
Khan gets in, has himself the triple knock-up, dives forward. It's going to be Teddy that grabs that first kill for SKT, and now Khan is just sweeping this one under the rug. It's all too much. Faker finally gets himself one of these in these team fights, and Viper has nowhere he can be on the map.
It felt like I was looking at Ghosts of Christmas Past and what this game could have been.
Yep.
They outnumbered, it was the perfect play. But there's just too much gold on SKT.
That's called smacking him with your wallet, Papa Smithy. As True Shot Barrage not going to work. the Vipers still for a long time see your death and see your defeat in the LCK final for Spring 2019. Spring often does this to us, gentlemen. We often get the quick ones in the early stages of the year, but this is one that I don't think anyone expected. SKT 3-0 over Griffin after their incredible first round robin.
Give them their moment to bask in the afterglow. SKT have destroyed Team Griffin to register their spot at the mid-season invitational and also the SKT hype train. They return in emphatic fashion, and all I can come away with is to ruminate on the fact that Korea has had a real half a decade of dominance, but was that a Korean half-decade or an SK Telecom T1 half-decade? And the pretenders around them, like Kingzone Dragon X and every other team, have never been able to be the one of Korea. SK Telecom T1 at the mid-season invitation.
SK Telecom, this has truly been one hell of a season for them in Spring 2019, as well as just seeing their growth over the split unfold. That was the biggest storyline, I think, for this team. From all the way from the Caspian Cup.
They weren't the dream team at the start.
Right.